let's start here with the NFL last night.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football.
Your man crush.
I have a big one on him because I think he's that guy.
He is.
He's something special that we're watching. And this is what I don't like. Okay, I get it that eventually we need to tally up, see where people fit in, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about this before. But if your only focus is about his postseason record and that he hasn't won a Super Bowl, I think you're misguided. I really do. Because you can't win a Super Bowl right now. It's October.
Mm-hmm.
So to talk about that doesn't make any sense because he can't do anything right here. And what I mean is, have you watched this guy? Did you watch last night? He had as many touchdowns as Patrick Mahomes has all year passing. Patrick Mahomes has 6 passing touchdowns, and Lamar threw for 5 last night.
That Pat needs some get right with that one.
Is that unbelievable?
Pat needs some get right.
And did you see that 49-yard pass downfield?
Scrambling to the sideline, chucked it down, yeah.
Beautiful pass. His throwing continues to get better and improve. We know what a threat he is on the ground and the moves that he makes and all the other things. And now he has Derrick Henry in the backfield with him.
Forget about it.
And he even said it on the interview after. We're the pick your poison offense. Which one? Which one you going to take?
I can't believe the league let the Derrick Henry go to the already John Harbaugh who wants to run the ball all the time, whether it's with a quarterback or running backs. And then you give him arguably the 1, 2, 3 best back in the entire NFL, who has a point to prove, who's on a mission. I don't know how the league let that happen. He is absolutely remarkable. And the one thing I hate about this era of sports, specifically sports conversation, is that we have to talk. Rob G and I talked about this. I hate ring talk all the time. I'm out about it at times. But when that's the end of every conversation, he didn't have a ring, or he has 20 rings, or he has 6 rings. Like, can we just marvel sometimes?
Well,
can I look at Lamar Jackson like, yo, dude is incredible, and he is taking it upon his own shoulder, put it on his shoulders last season. He said, I got to get better. And he talked about it. He said, all I'm caring about is looking the same every game, meaning being consistent, night in, night out, ball out every single night. And he's done that. And a shout out to a colleague of ours, Jamel Hill, has a new show, Above the Fold, and it's on True TV. I happen to be a guest, the first guest. It aired today. It'll be airing later as well. But that was one of the conversations was MVP, and she asked, I know you're a Lions fan, Jared Goff. Even though I'm a homer, I said, hold on. Jared looks great, but there's a reigning MVP who looks like he might get another one again in Lamar. And it's just remarkable what he's doing, and I think you and I feel the same way, that I just go into any game going, how do you beat him and slash them? How do you beat them? You might beat them, but I can't go in and seeing how you can beat them.
Here's some numbers. Just last night was the 5th career game in which Lamar recorded 5+ passing touchdowns and 0 interceptions. The most such performance in the NFL since he entered it in 2018. It was his 5th career game with 155+ passer rating, tying him with Peyton Manning and Ben Roethlisberger for the most such games in NFL history. This is the stuff we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And here's the reason why you can't fully hold up with just it always being postseason talk. Because somehow, some way, people used to make a case for Dan Marino being the GOAT quarterback, despite never winning.
Yeah.
He went to the Super Bowl second year. And he didn't win, and he never went back. But people used to marvel at his numbers. He was throwing for 4,000 and 5,000 yards way before people did that. In the old NFL. And my other point, who are we thinking of? Rod.
What quarterback or Rod Woodson?
I'm sorry, Rod Woodson. He says that Dan Marino is his GOAT quarterback. That he was the best he ever saw.
Oh, if you're talking just talent,
like that was his guy. And he didn't go, well, he never won, so I can't look at him that way. And that's my point. And anybody who really thinks that Lamar's not going to win, I think you're crazy. I think it's just a matter of time. And
to me, I'm pretty good at picking a sport and calling out like, okay, this person's going to win. It might be year 10, like, okay, this person's going to win. And there's a handful, as we talk NBA talk as well, I think there's a few young NBA players, they're going to win a championship. Like, Wemby is going to win a championship. It's an impossibility that he won't. It's barring injury. If he has a long 10 to 15-year career, Wemby will. And Lamar Jackson's going to win because the reason why he's so gifted, he's so talented, he puts in the work, he has an organization that believes in him, he has an organization and a coach that continue to find ways for him to succeed. And when you do that, all you keep doing is knocking on that door. And eventually the door is going to open or it's going to crack or you're going to kick that mug down. And so Lamar Jackson absolutely is going to win one. He's going to get back there enough times and have a shot at it to get one. I'm not saying he's going to win multiple, but the way in which he plays, the way in which he prepares, the way in which that team surround, I love that they embody his identity. Rob, you know for years teams were going, well, fit what we do. Here's our mold. Do this exactly how we do it. This is how we are. This is how we're structured. Fit into this. John Harbaugh and all of them said, we got this guy with this unique skill set. What do we need for him to do to win? And I like that about that organization.
Well, I always say that those are the best coaches are the ones who alter their – because I remember when Pat Riley, I thought his best coaching job was when he left the Lakers, came to the Knicks.
Made them
into a team that were viable for a championship, even though they didn't have the talent that he had with the Lakers. He knew he couldn't do Showtime with Patrick Ewing and those guys.
Yeah.
So he totally changed his coaching philosophy.
And did it again with the Heat.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's a coach to me. You look at, what do I have here? I can't do this. I got to do this. Let me make this to put people in the best situations.
Be able to cook
win.
the best meal with the ingredients you got. And that's what John Harbaugh
So if you're having
embodies.
peanut butter and jelly, you got to have milk.
No, I don't have those ingredients. But I can still have the PB&J. With the water, with the pop, a.k.a. a soda, you can still have the PB&J.
That's gross. A soda with a
because no, then you're probably going to have some chips with it too. And if you got chips, you can have soda.
With a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Ugh. Can't mix those.
I didn't realize you were.
You know, I can't even have my food touching each other on a plate.
Oh, you're one of those?
Yeah, my food cannot touch.
I'm the polar opposite. We're taking your calls right now. Both of us have been high on the Ravens. Both of us are high on Lamar Jackson. But he has had some playoff stumbles. Does that matter to you? Can you accept his greatness now? Or is that all that matters to you, those playoff numbers? 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. Who we got, Rob?
Let's start with Marty in Kentucky. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marty?
What's up, Rob and Kevin?
What's up?
How y'all doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Battling the virus, but I'm pretty good.
Hang in there, my man. Hang in. How's River doing? He's all right?
He's got it, too. He's
Oh,
been down
man.
a couple days.
All right. Feel better.
He's on a steroid and getting breathing treatments. We'll be all right.
All right. Rooting for you guys.
I appreciate it, even though he's a Raven, so it's hard for me to say because
Of course. I know you're a Steelers guys in your division. I get all that. But you got to, and looking at this guy's talent, I mean, it's obvious.
Well, he scares me. I'm a Steelers fan, and he scares me, so you got to respect him if he scares you, you know? And I do think he'll get to eat. You look at Brady's era, as dominant as they say he was over 20 years, look at all the guys that got to eat. Big Ben, Peyton Manning,
we talk about it all the time. Yeah, nine years they didn't win. Eli Manning won 2.
Drew Brees won 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Other people are going to get to eat, and if you're looking around, I mean, he's got to be your first pick of that guy you think is going to get to eat. It just depends on whether you knock the Chiefs off in the AFC, but you got to finish like the Bengals.
Sure.
They got it done, but then they couldn't finish.
Right. No doubt about it, Marty. Feel better.
Feel better, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for the call.
Is this Stattamore in Baltimore?
Too many more.
I know. You're on the Odd Couple.
Any more?
Fox Sports Radio. What's up, buddy?
Hey guys, it's Lattimore.
Lattimore. Okay, Rob G, typo.
It's not. When my gram came over, things didn't get typed up right. So
okay.
I'm Lattimore.
All right, Lattimore, it's all good. What you got, man?
What week is it?
This was the end of week 7.
Okay, so you're exerting him this much, running him this much, and I feel like this is like what Bill Belichick would do, that he wouldn't like put everything on the offense at this point in time. They have a very tough schedule coming up, And they're going to run through the Browns, possibly. The Broncos, it's in Baltimore, maybe the Bengals. But then you got Steelers, Chargers, Eagles, Giants, who are not the best, but they will make the playoffs. But I think they're doing too much with him. And this is the last thing that I'll say because I don't want to take up too much time. But when they asked Saquon Barkley the other day, like, do you want to run all over the Giants at the end of the game? Do you want to get all these yards?
No, that's different from this.
Yeah, that was different. That was, do you want to get to record?
No, he didn't want to. It's different. That was about a
wasn't trying
record.
to get a record on it.
That was
Go
about
ahead.
a record.
All right,
No,
finish it.
thanks for the call. Thanks for the call.
Yeah,
it wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same. And not to mention Lamar.
That was because they came to him and said, you got a record if you want it.
He was like, no,
and
let the young boys eat.
Right. Now, if it would have just happened, I think it would have been different. When you come over to somebody and say, do you want a record? You know what I mean? That kind of puts you in the spot. Like, oh, he just want to get a record instead of just getting a win.
And I think he wanted to just be like, man, bump those Giants. You know what I mean? I'm not even going back. Well, I did my work. We're so good. We beat you so bad. I don't even want to be back out there.
I don't see you. Lamar's playing. You got to play the game.
I don't even think he's playing. I mean, he's not taking hard shots. He's running. He's not even running that much in the sense of he's running when he needs to, when it's there, because Derrick Henry is running wild over people and running for like 80 yards like he's not 6'3", 250.
Exactly. Adrian in Las Vegas, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Adrian?
What's up, Big Rob? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
That's good. Hey, man, I'm trash talking you today, player.
We started
well,
early.
wait a minute. Trash talking is next hour.
Early with it.
No, well, I'm gonna get ahead of it real quick, man. You know, because I got to go back to work. But you said, hey, say it in Mexican. Like, hey, I'm Mexican, man. How do we talk, man? What do you mean?
No, it was a joke. Spanish. Come on. I hope you understand that. It was a joke.
That's got to be racist.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Oh, that was it? He just
Was
wanted to
that
literally
it?
trash it.
But hey, believe me, I'm not one of them sensitive types, man. It's all good over here, man. You know I gotta bust you a little bit.
All right.
Another thing, hey, another thing too, man. Like, what do you mean all your food can't touch on the same plate, man? In the projects, everything touches, man. You gotta eat that fast before you get jacked, man.
Well,
It's all gonna touch your stomach.
No,
too, right?
I buy the paper plates with the compartments so that there's a bridge there.
That might be the most expensive thing you do.
Right.
Yeah,
Did you say you sure that I buy them, or maybe I get them extra? At,
Yeah.
the
You
chicken
might
spot?
ask. Yeah, you might ask for extra few. You would be that person. Hey, can I get 2 extra plates? And every time you go, that starts adding up. You probably got 45 of them at your house. All right, we
If you
appreciate the
come
call,
over,
man.
you might get a little. I might give you silverware and plastic. I'm just
Man,
saying.
I just don't get it. You make way too much money to be living like this. It makes no sense. Coming to you live from the TireRack.com studios. Ephraim Salam, former NFL offensive lineman, Fox Sports Radio weekends. Ephraim, what up, brother?
Brothers, how y'all doing?
We're
doing good,
great.
man.
What's happening?
Good. I'm chilling, man.
Are you going to the Laker game? You're a big baller. You there to see Bronny and LeBron?
Yeah, I'm going to see the Lakers, man. I'm a Laker fan.
Oh, okay. So are you going tonight? You are.
Yeah, I'm going.
I figured that. I figured that. That's why I'm asking.
You know how I roll, man. You know how I get down. Come on,
I know. So Bronny's going to get in the game.
You knew you getting. Let's get to it, Rob. You really want to get your slick comment on
I'm just
Bronny.
saying, Bronny's going to get in the game regardless. I guess in the second quarter, got it set up. I mean, just because you make the team and you're a rookie doesn't mean you automatically play on the opening night.
Yes,
right?
you do if
right,
your daddy's
Ephraim?
Bron.
No, I'm talking about in reality. This is all about LeBron.
Yeah, of course.
In reality, but we know this ain't that.
But look, it sounds like a lot of hate coming on over there. But listen.
Who, me? Are you?
No. I'm going to watch the Lakers kick off the season. And I'm going to make an assessment of what the team looks like. And we didn't make a lot of moves.
I was going to say that not a lot happened. What is your expectation? Do you have any? Like, does this team got a chance to win a championship or come out of the Western Conference?
Like, I think if we stay healthy, and that's a big if, and that's a long if when you're starting the game 1 of 82, right? If they stay healthy and get all 5 of those guys who were on the bench unhealthy or in street clothes during the playoffs and the play-in, I think that we could be a 5th, 6th seed coming out of the West and battle in the playoffs. That's a lot. That's a big if, but I don't know. I need to see for myself. J.J. Redick as a head coach. Like, I'm not going to go out on a limb and say anything because I don't know his style as a head coach. I was very critical of Darvin Ham last year and his lack of adjustments and
lineups,
rotations. It just didn't, like, me being at the games and seeing things, and I'm just like, well, why would you do that? So I'm interested to see what this new iteration this season, 24-25 season of the Lakers looks like, man. So,
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of NBA conversation, Rob and I, coming up. I'm with you that I still don't know if there's a better two-man than AD and LeBron when healthy. We'll get back to the NFL.
idea that you have to add that tells you all you need to know. And that's why.
They were healthy last year. AD
you
most he ever said.
They were healthy, and what happened last year?
Yeah, they ran into the wrong team.
Okay, yeah.
Jokic is the one person that
every NBA analyst, they say the same thing every
What do
year.
they say? You want to talk football or you want to talk NBA? 'Cause we can start this. We can start this.
I wouldn't bet against them.
We can start this.
If LeBron and AD say healthy, I wouldn't bet against them.
We
Y'all
can.
have 3 hours.
All right, go ahead.
I
All
tried.
right.
You see, he looked at me. Hey, let's talk football. Let's talk
Let's
football.
go,
I'm trying to get the
football.
football.
We
You
ain't
over
gotta
here?
talk football. Look, Rob, y'all know I'm a basketball guy.
That is true.
That's why I
You don't even
started
have to
with
go
you.
to
You
football.
play basketball. I know. That's why I asked
I'm
you.
basketball. I'm a basketball guy. We can talk about all NBA if you want to.
We will
Well, let's
eventually, but
let's ask
we'll,
about
yeah,
Lamar.
we'll stay here. We were just having a conversation about Lamar Jackson. And it's a difficult one in that it's a compliment to him, Ephraim, that when you get so good, so great, it almost becomes, well, when have you won the big one or
Right.
what have you done in the playoffs? But what we're trying to say, this is one of the rare times we agree, is that sometimes it's okay to just marvel at the greatness, and that is Lamar Jackson. So the question to you is can we just enjoy him, what he's doing, how the progression, how he's gotten better, or do
My
we have
goodness.
to only focus on, but will he win the big
Wait
one?
till
Will
the
he
end
win the
of the
big
year,
one? Will he
right.
win the big one?
Yeah, no, and that's a good point. As of right now, let's marvel in what is the best player in the NFL.
No
Period.
doubt.
Yep.
At any position, he is the best player on the planet Earth when it comes to being an NFL player. All right? He's the best quarterback. He's the best damn near running back. Like, anything you want, he's the best player. He epitomizes what, when you say greatness and the best is, and he has a great opportunity to get his third MVP, winning this one back-to-back off of last year. Just watching him play, man, it was like, it's really unfair to pair Lamar Jackson
With Derrick Henry?
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
You know what? You just watch it and you be like, man, whatever you do defensively, you're wrong.
Right.
You're absolutely wrong. And I love what they did. I love what Baltimore did. I love what Harbaugh did. They went out and they got him. Just imagine if Jerry Jones and Dallas would have had the same type of fortitude.
No, they said they couldn't afford him. Right, they couldn't afford him.
And well, now they can afford everything because they some trash. But
big time.
It's just watching them play, and even though their defense last night gave up way too many runs, they normally had top 2, top 3 run defense in the league. I guess you can't be great at everything, but when you have the great eraser, like Tom Brady has called him and Lamar Jackson, 5 touchdown passes.
Yep.
Come on, man.
And that 49-yarder, that was a thing of beauty.
Good Lord. The touch.
Yep.
Yeah.
The ability to extend plays, though. Like, the ability to extend plays that would normally be dead and lost yardage, and then the ability to make up for lost yardage.
Yep.
Those two things make him the best player on the planet.
No doubt.
Without a doubt, and then he got Derrick Henry. That's just crazy.
I want to ask you about Saquon Barkley. I thought that was awesome that he came back to play MetLife and the Giants, had 68 more total yards than the entire Giants team. People were trying to tell him that he was going down. He wasn't good. They made the right decision not to pay him and pay Daniel Jones. A team – I don't know if a team has swung and missed more than that situation with Saquon and Daniel Jones.
They failed. The New York Giants failed from ownership, GM, head coach. They all failed. And if you watched the Hard Knocks over the summer or whatever, you got a chance to see them fail. You got to be in the meetings where they were making failure decisions. And so it's one of those situations where, look, the best thing about what happened in that game with Saquon Barkley is he was 13 yards away from his single game record. And the coach went over to him, sat next to him, and told him, "Hey, man, I want you to get this. If you want to get it, I want you to get it." And he said, "No, man, let the young boys eat.
Right.
Right? Let the other guys go out and eat." That lets you know everything you need to know about the type of leader and the type of player Saquon Barkley is. He was the same guy in New York in that locker room.
And he was very popular with his teammates and all that, and they still didn't
fans,
pay him.
everybody.
And they still didn't pay him.
And that lets you know that they don't have a pulse on what's going on in their own locker room and in their own team. And they're making decisions without the betterment of the team in mind. And whenever you do that, people lose jobs. So just be prepared for some people to be removed from their jobs.
I agree.
At the New York Giants.
Absolutely. We had that conversation yesterday saying a whole bunch of people might be updating their LinkedIn page. Without a doubt.
It's time to move.
Yeah.
It's time, put the house or the apartment on Zillow or whatever.
Apartment.com, Zillow, all of them.
Whatever that is.
Yep.
Whatever that is, because you will be moving on.
Well, enjoy the game tonight.
Yep. Have fun, man.
Tell Ken Griffey Jr. and Sr. I said hi.
That's going to be an awesome moment that everybody's going to enjoy but you.
All right.
All right, Ephraim, we appreciate it, brother.
All right, y'all stay safe, brother.